Did I give you my ticket?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Right here.
Well, there you are. I was wondering what happened to you. You know where we're going today? Got our bags all packed and we're going to the great and exciting city of London. You know, I've been wanting to go to London and spend some time and play some music there for years. It's finally coming true, and we've got an extra seat on the aeroplane for you. London's a really exciting city, you know. The places you've read about for years. The Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, the River Thames. Up from London you'll find Windsor Castle, and of course those lovely, neat little English pubs like the Prospect and Whitby. We're going to go and visit a couple of them, you can bet your life on that. So if you'll get your bag together and hurry up, we just might make it. Just look at the time. Long time ago when the earth was green and there was more kinds of animals than you have ever seen. They'd run around free when the earth was being born, and the loveliest of them all was the unicorn. There was green alligators and long-necked geese, some humpty-back camels and some chimpanzees, some cats and rats and elephants, as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn.
Welcome to the City of London. Now would you please board the bus and we'll take you on a quick tour.
England swings like a pendulum do, bobbies on bicycles 2 by 2. Westminster Abbey, the Tower of Big Ben, the rosy red cheeks of the little children.
Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me just walking up and down. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town.
We've just come from a tour of St. Paul's Cathedral, and it really is a magnificent building altogether. You know, there's been many stories written about St. Paul's Cathedral, but one of the little known facts about it is that the magnificent dome on the top of it sits there on its own weight. It's not attached in any way to the rest of the structure. It was constructed by Sir Christopher Wren in 1666, shortly after the Great Fire of London, and it has stood here as a symbol of English workmanship for many, many years, all that time. Even during the Second World War, while the rest of London was being flattened by German bombs, St. Paul's stood alone. One bomb, a 2,000-pounder, went right through the roof, but it didn't explode. And the volunteer firemen of London were up around there with blankets, dousing the flames from the incendiary bombs exploding around it. And here it still stands through all these years, in all its glory. St. Paul's Cathedral.
London's a wonderful sight. There's people here working by day and by night. Sure, they don't grow potatoes or barley nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. You remember young Peter O'Loughlin, of course? Well, he's over here now at the head of the force. I met him today, he was crossing the Strand, and he stopped the whole street with one wave of his hand. And there we stood talking of days that were gone, while the whole population of London looked on. But for all these great powers, sure he's wishful like me, to be back where dark Mourne sweeps down to the sea. Ah, there's beautiful girls here, but never you mind, with beautiful shapes nature never designed, and lovely complexions all roses and cream. And O'Loughlin remarked with regards to the same, that if all those roses you venture to sip, sure the colours might all come away on your lip. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary McCree, where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea.
Let's all go down the Strand. And let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me and see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand. Oh, what a happy land. That's the place for fun and noise, all among the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand.
You can talk about your concrete and the boys who work the train, and the fellas on the hopper in the sun and wind and rain. But the boys who lay the blacktop, sure you ought to see them belt when they're working on the highway laying hot asphalt. We laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flats. If it doesn't last forever, boys, I swear I'll in me hat. I travel up and down the world, but sure I never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt. There were boys from Connemara, County Mayo and Kildare, and the Sligo Pincher Kiddies, sure old Ireland was there. We was working all around the clock, you should have seen us belt. We was racing up the highway laying hot asphalt. We laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flats. If it doesn't last forever, boys, I swear I'll in me hat. I travelled up and down the world, but sure I never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt. When you're speeding in your motor car and tearing through the shires, and the only thing you're hearing is the humming of your tires, you'll be riding soft and daisy with a road as smooth as felt. And then don't forget the boys who laid the hot ash. We laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flats. If it doesn't last forever, boys, I swear I'll in me hat. I travel up and down the world, but sure I never felt any surface that was equal to the hot asphalt.
I met my love by Willage Pier, beneath the big crane standing. And oh, the love I felt for her did pass all understanding. Took her sailing on the river, flow, sweet river, flow. London town was mine to give her, sweet Thames flow softly. Made the Thames into a crown, flow, sweet river, flow. Made a brooch of silver town, sweet Thames flow softly. By Hampton Yard I held her hand, at Blackwall Point I faced her, at the Isle of Dogs I kissed her mouth and tenderly embraced her. Kissed her once again at Wapping, flow, sweet river, flow. After that there was no stopping, sweet Thames flow softly. Lighthouse reach I gave her there, flow, the tide has changed. My love, she has gone from me. And winter's frost has touched my heart and put a sadness on me. Rain and fog is on the river. Flow, sweet river, flow. Sun and moon and stars gone with her. Sweet Thames flow softly. Swift the Thames flows to the sea. Flow, sweet river, flow. Bury ships and part of me. Sweet Thames flow softly.
The hills, down in the dales, happy and fancy free. Old Father Thames keeps rolling along, down to the mighty sea. You know, although London is a fascinating city and could keep you busy sightseeing for weeks and weeks, we decided we'd like to see a bit of the countryside outside London. And so here we are, following old Father Thames upriver through lovely old world villages and towns like this one, Henley-on-Thames, which is famous for its royal regatta held every July. And a bit further along the Thames is Oxford, the most picturesque and the oldest of university cities, and which has produced so many of the nation's leaders and scholars. We had a quick look at Magdalen College, which was built in the 15th century.
And at Christ Church College, founded by Cardinal Wolsey in the reign of King Henry VIII.
I'm Henry VIII, I am, Henry VIII, I am, I am.
Oh, yes, you are, Bun.
Why, thank you, Dwarf.
Why? But seriously, folks, the oldest college must be University College, which claims to be 1,100 years old and have originated in the year 872, when King Alfred the Great established a community here.
Here we are at Eton, home of one of the most famous schools in the country, Eton College, founded by King Henry way back in 1440. During term time, this quaint old high street swarms with Etonians in their traditional stiff collars. But right now it's swarming with 5 hungry Irish rovers in search of Eton fish and chips. Eton is just a stone's throw from Runnymede, where in the year 1215, King John put his seal on the Magna Carta. But the funny thing was, the very next day, he broke every law in it, the dingbat.
Just across the River Thames from Eton is Windsor, where King William the Conqueror built a castle and has been a royal residence for 900 years. It's the largest castle in England, and we were told that the royal family spends more time here than at Buckingham Palace.
This plaque commemorates the warrant for the arrest of King Charles I, falsely charging him as a traitor to his country. And on a cold grey morning in 1649, Charles was beheaded.
Tiny cobblestone streets of Windsor, and across the street, the home of Nell Gwynne, girlfriend of Charlie I. And all in the background there, the very imposing structure of Windsor Castle. If you had stood in this tiny street maybe 100, 200 years ago, you might have saw an old fella with a big wad of penny ballad sheets advertising a new song that had just been written. In Windsor town, where I
was born. There was a fair maid dwelling. She made every youth cry well a day. Her name was Barbara Allen. It was in the merry month of May, when green buds they were swelling. Young Jemmy Grove on his deathbed lay, for the love of Barbara Allen. And slowly, slowly she came up, and slowly she came nigh him, and all she said when there she came, young man, I think you're dying. When she was dead and in her grave, and there's no more for telling, she cried, mother, mother, please make my bed.